That was a war land, surrounded by destruction, bloodstains, a terrifying atmosphere. That is the war land where Genghis Khan stood, the founder of the great Mongol Empire in history. He was also the first ruler of such kind, a warrior who made people tremble. In his time, the most cruel one, between 1206 and 1227, in just 21 years, he cruelly killed approximately 40 million people. He expanded his Mongol Empire into 16 countries including China, Iran, Iraq, Uzbekistan, Japan, Hungary, Russia, Serbia, Bulgaria, and Afghanistan. Unstoppable, his army was always ready for war. They say he was a war mission. The lives of everyone who came in his way were blown away. In 1221, Genghis Khan, along with his 50,000 soldiers, fiercely captured the Khwarezmian Empire near the Sindh River in the Calabar region of Punjab. The entire battlefield was filled with blood. The last soldier of the Khwarezmian also died in the war. Genghis Khan was echoing with pride. Now his gaze fell upon India, the rich country across the Sindh River. Just crossing that river was enough. India would also come under his control. If he just gave an order to his friend, the richest country in the world would be his. For Genghis Khan, who single-handedly turned many empires to dust, facing India was not that difficult. But he couldn't do that work. Why? What reason stopped him? Let's find out. First, the temptation of India. India was like a golden bird back then. Seeing our wealth and culture, many foreign invaders attacked India. For foreigners, our India was a country more valuable than gold. If Genghis Khan gave just one order, his soldiers would cross the Sindh River and attack India. At that time, India was under the control of the Shamsuddin Iltutmish Sultanate, which was established in 1206 by Isma. Iltutmish had no war experience. For Genghis Khan, conquering Delhi at that time was not a big task. But that didn't happen. He took control of the Khwarezmian Empire, meaning Central Asia, Afghanistan, and Iran, and established his Mongol Empire, placed his army officers there, and returned to China without even glancing at India. So why didn't he invade India? To know this, we need to understand Genghis Khan as a person and how he behaved as the emperor of the Mongol Empire. How did he become such a powerful king? How did he overcome small empires and bring them all under his control? All this is known to us in the book Secret of the Mongol. Early life of Genghis Khan. The real secret of Genghis Khan's story lies in his early life. In 1162, amidst green farmlands, in the agricultural mountainous region of Mongolia, near the Onon River, a child named Temujin was born. No one knew then that this little one would become the emperor of the largest empire in the world in the future. Temujin's father, Yesugai, was the head of the Mongolian Borjigin clan. Because of this, Temujin's childhood was good. But when he was only 9 years old, his life turned upside down in an instant. His father was poisoned and killed by enemy clansmen. The new head of the clan left Temujin and his family in a cold place in Mongolia. Asking anyone for help was considered equal to death. During this difficult time, Temujin and his family struggled with problems and gained strength. That hardship taught Temujin the value of power. He understood well that to defeat anyone, one must know politics, logic, and strength. He realized that wealth has no value when there is no power. He acquired the skill to kill anyone with a single blow. That's what turned Temujin into Genghis Khan. Now, a desire arose in him to become the most powerful ruler in the world. Everyone should bow down to his power and abilities, he thought. And he did so. In just 25 years, he brought the most powerful empires in the world under his control. No one could even think of opposing them. How did Genghis Khan even get the desire to oppose other empires? This is also a very interesting story, because we only know Genghis Khan as a cruel European king who attacked other kingdoms for his own benefit. But back then, he didn't just attack other kingdoms for no reason. Only those who know about his life know this. The Mongolian region where Genghis Khan was born was not under the control of any king at that time. Instead, there were only small tribes there. Everyone had their own small principalities. They made their own decisions. They used to quarrel among themselves. Due to lack of strength and for some other reasons like land disputes, fights used to happen. At that time, the two empires of China, Xia and Jin, were divided. China did this division so that Mongolia should never conquer them, and no one in it should be stronger than them. After that, it wanted to establish the largest empire in the world. But Genghis Khan alone united all the tribes. Because of this, in the year 1206, he established the Mongolian tribe and later declared himself Genghis Khan, the world warrior. He united all the tribes in Mongolia and formed an army. His initial intention was to attack his enemy, China. In 1218, he made efforts to destroy the Xia dynasty. In fact, fighting directly with the Xia dynasty was very difficult, but he decided that to weaken China, Xia must be defeated. At that time, he set fire to many important cities in northern China. Millions of people were killed. He devised a plan to capture the Xia capital Jinzhou from all four sides instead of attacking it directly. Thus, after a few months, the Xia capital came under the control of Genghis Khan. This led to famine in the entire region. People died of hunger. This plan of Genghis Khan made the ruler of the Xia dynasty surrender to Genghis Khan himself. Thus, the entire northern China became Mongol and Genghis Khan's. Now, he had to take revenge on the Jin dynasty in eastern China. In 1215, the history of the capital Beijing witnessed a cruel and large massacre. Eventually, Genghis Khan won there too. The two emperors of China were now trapped in Genghis Khan's captivity. Genghis Khan became the king of China, one of the largest empires in the world. After that, he thought he shouldn't fight with anyone anymore. But once you get into war, it's very difficult to end it, right? His long kingdom, Kara Kitai, attacked Mongolia, killed Genghis Khan's grandson, and occupied that large city. This attack on Genghis Khan's empire became a challenge to his strength. With this, in 1218, Genghis Khan attacked the Kara Kitai kingdom and occupied it. He destroyed all the small kingdoms there. He shocked the emperors around the world. In a way, what Genghis Khan did can be called destruction. With this, he remained in history as a cruel and merciless person. Kara Kitai also came under Genghis Khan's control. Now, Genghis Khan got busy with his rule. His ministers advised him to expand his kingdom. For that, they suggested starting trade and commerce with neighboring kingdoms and holding negotiations. Genghis Khan also liked that advice. The Mongol Empire sent a group of 500 strong trade leaders to establish trade relations with the Khwarezmian Empire near it. But the peaceful nature of Genghis Khan was not liked by the Khwarezmian king, Muhammad II. He ordered his administrator, Shah, to kill the representatives sent by Genghis Khan. This was another big challenge for Genghis Khan's Mongol Empire. At that time, Genghis Khan thought for a while that he should solve the problem through peace negotiations instead of war. The second time, he sent his 3 senior ambassadors. He talked about handing over the Otter city governor who killed the Mongol trade representatives to the Mongol Empire. The Mongol trade delegation sent word that they would implement punishment on him. But the king of the Khwarezmian Empire made a very big mistake here. He brutally and cruelly insulted and killed one of the 3 ambassadors in front of everyone and sent the remaining 2 after insulting them to tell this to Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan's patience ran out. He definitely wanted to take revenge for this. He took his 50,000 soldiers and marched towards the Khwarezmian Empire. He moved forward, destroying every city that came in his way. However, this war was not so easy because the Khwarezmian Empire also had a very large army. Moreover, after the Khwarezmian army crossed the Mongol army's border and entered their country, they would have to fight mostly in the hilly region. The soldiers of the Khwarezmian Empire were already stationed in that hilly region. Despite all this, Genghis Khan's army attacked the Khwarezmian. They brutally killed every soldier. Fear spread throughout the Khwarezmian Empire. Alauddin Muhammad II, the ruler of Khwarezm, was very afraid of this attack. To save his throne from Genghis Khan, he abandoned the throne and fled to an island in the Caspian Sea. In 1220, his son Jalaluddin came into power, but he also couldn't do anything then because Genghis Khan had already wiped out his army. He wouldn't spare him either. Therefore, like his father, he also abandoned the throne and fled. Thus, Jalaluddin fled to Delhi. At that time, Shamsuddin Iltutmish was ruling Delhi. If Genghis Khan had wanted, he could have immediately crossed the Sindh River, killed the Delhi sultans, and also occupied India, the wealthy country of that time. But he didn't do so. Because of this, historians used to tell many stories. Let's see what they are. Theory number 1. This story begins with a dark night. One night, when Genghis Khan reached the Khwarezmian kingdom with his army, he thought of attacking India. Just then, he felt something strange. He had a dream. In that dream, a unicorn was standing between Uzbekistan and the borders of India. It refused Genghis Khan to step into India and ordered him to return to China. No matter how cruel Genghis Khan was, he believed in religious powers. That's why he believed that God himself had commanded him in the form of a unicorn, and he returned to China without attacking India. Did a dream really change a warrior? After this, the second theory. Theory number 2. According to this theory, Genghis Khan did not attack India because his army was accustomed only to cold places until then. The hot climate and geographical conditions of India did not seem favorable to them. Moreover, their army had also suffered a lot after the war with the Khwarezmian army. Attacking a strong country like India at such a time would cause them loss. That's why they returned to China. But there are some flaws in that decision as well. In 1206, Qutb al-Din Aibak established the Delhi Sultanate. He also came from a cold place like Europe and fought successfully in India. Similarly, Timur and Babur also came from cold regions, and they also started successfully in India. In that case, was Genghis Khan's army really afraid of the climatic conditions in India? Now, theory number 3. Looking at Genghis Khan's life, it is understood that he did not attack any kingdom without a reason. For example, he attacked the Xia and Jin dynasties in China only because he could not bear their atrocities and could not suppress their attacks. They had been involved in many atrocities for a long time. There was division among the tribes, and they were not allowed to unite. They attacked and destroyed the Mongols, so he retaliated against them. Now, the Kara Kitai kingdom attacked the Mongols, so Genghis Khan counterattacked, capturing one of their cities and killing their ruler. The Khwarezmian Empire brought about its own downfall by killing his 500 trade representatives, so Genghis Khan attacked them. Now, theory number 4, rebellion in China. When Genghis Khan went to war with Khwarezm, the Xia dynasty in China revolted against him. This made Genghis Khan very angry. He felt that protecting his kingdom was more important than attacking India. To become an invincible power in the world, he first had to settle the problems in his own house. That's why, without attacking India, he immediately returned to China and completely eliminated the Xia dynasty. After that, he wanted to attack India. But here, Genghis Khan's life ended. That was the last turning point. His death. He died mysteriously in 1227. The reason for his death is still unknown to anyone. After that, his son Ogedei Khan established the Mongol Empire. But as time passed, the Mongol Empire continued to weaken at one point. After some time, it disappeared without a trace. What would have happened if Genghis Khan had attacked India as he intended? This is unimaginable. Subscribe to our channel yet? Subscribe now and click on the bell icon next to it. Let's meet again in the next video. Thanks for watching.